What's up, everybody? It's your boy, Dynamic Dan, back again with another reaction video, but this time we're diving into history. That's right, we are reacting to OverSimplified, the French Revolution Part 1 today. We're going to be taking a little bit of a break from Hell of a Boss for another day or so, because I want to react to this real quick and see how it does on the algorithm. And also, I am a big history buff. I love history. And I know OverSimplified does amazing stuff, and I just want to react to it. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and react to it.
This video was made possible by NordVPN. Get protected by clicking the link below and get an amazing 75% off.
Get protected
That's
with
only
their
$2.99
stuff, man.
per month
Get protected.
with an additional month free for a limited time. Also,
he's got blue
new
hair.
French Revolution merch available now in the store, including King Louis and Marie Antoinette character pins, complete with detachable heads.
New in the
just
store
like
now?
The real thing.
How long ago was this posted? How long ago was this posted? From 5 years ago. It's new in the store now, guys. It's new in the store now. All right, hold on. There's always so much going on here. Prince Louis Carpet, Marie Antoinette, the royal wedding. Okay, so this is their wedding scene that we're looking at here. Okay.
So I said to the Marquis de la Fayette, "What do you think I am? Some
Marquis de la Lafayette. God damn, dude. These names, these French names. I don't know how people can pronounce them so easily, but the Marquis de la Damn. All right, we're continuing. I'm in the mode to react. Okay. There might be a lot of pausing. We're only 26 seconds in. Oh God.
dirty peasant? I've never worked a day in my life."
Oh my God.
Wow, that Marie Antoinette sure is pretty. Sure is. Wouldn't want to
I'm
be
covering
Prince Louis,
him.
though. That's going to be a lot of responsibility when he becomes king, especially since France is in financial
He's got a lot of
ruin.
zits, man.
Quite. Thank you one and
king.
all for attending the royal marriage of my grandson, the future king of France, to the Archduchess of Austria.
Yeah.
Now for the very awkward yet historically
Oh, she was the Archduchess of Austria? Huh. And this is King Louis the 15th. So that's going to be King Louis the 16th, the freckly guy. Not freckly, but pimple popping looking guy right behind me. Now for a very awkward yet historically accurate part of the ceremony. What?
accurate part of the ceremony, where we all watch them get into bed together.
What? What?
All right, now that's out of the way. Let's leave the royal
This
couple
was a
to
thing?
it. You better give us an heir, you fat, ill-bred boy. Nighty-night.
What the fuck?
That's going to be a lot of responsibility. France is in financial ruin. You fat, ill-bred boy. Quite.
This man.
That's gonna be a lot
This man has to feel the
responsibility.
terror that
France
I'm
is
feeling
in
right
financial
now.
ruin.
Oh my God, dude. This poor bastard. God damn.
Oh,
Are you
great.
okay?
He's a freaking weirdo.
He's a freaking weirdo. Marie Antoinette, you kill me. You slay me. You slay me, madam.
France, the most prosperous, cultured, and beautiful nation in the world.
Hey, guys.
France,
Hold
the
on.
most
Let me
prosperous,
get the French guy up.
cultured.
I can speak some French for you. Ho, ho, ho. Oui, oui. Baguette. Croissant. That's all the French I got. That's all I got, and now I have completely alienated my whole French viewer base, which is non-existent, I hope. Then that means I didn't alienate anyone. But we shall see. We shall see when this video goes live.
And beautiful nation in the world, as it had been for
Beautiful, it
centuries.
shows
An
the sky.
exquisite social culture, with the king and the upper classes throwing crazy parties every night, enjoying
Disco?
high living and fine dining.
Fucking high living with the guy has a joint. And then, oh my God, let me move out of the way. The fucking frog? You see this shit? You seen this shit, guys? Oh my God, a fucking frog. It's frog legs, dude. Even this guy. He's got his eyes out, bulging out of his fucking head.
Who cares that they were only able to do so off the backs of the hardworking, starving poor?
Ah, yeah, who cares?
What are they going to do?
Who
Revolt?
cares?
They're only
Yeah.
80% of the population.
Yeah. Well, you know, just gonna go out on a limb here and say that it might have been a miscalculation, not to anticipate a possible bad French Revolution that would cause disaster to us all. But I'm sure it's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
No. Life in France is great.
Yeah,
What's
it
that,
is.
France? You want to go to war with Britain and increase your power? Go for it, little buddy. You do you. And
Go for it, little
you
buddy.
lost.
You do you.
Now you're in severe financial debt. We have no money. What do? Should we stop partying? Heck no. Party harder. That's okay.
I can, all right. So they're in a severe amount of debt that is, one would say, crippling. A crippling amount of debt. Let's see how this goes for them, guys. Let's see. I'm sure that Marie Antoinette lady will figure something out. I think the King Louis the 16th doesn't really figure anything out for us. So we'll see, right?
Okay, the peasantry will pick
Still
up the
early
slack.
on in the video.
They were
This is only
created by
part one,
God to
so
do all
they
the
might
work,
turn it
And
around.
you were created to reap all the benefits and party hard. That's just how society works, and we've all just accepted it for centuries.
Absolutely. The first estate, clergy. Second estate, nobility, because God goes above the nobles. God reigns society, guys. God is everything. And then the third one, because I was covering it, was the third estate, the peasantry, middle class. Everyone else, pretty much, who wasn't noble or in the clergy. So, and I don't think you can be a clergy without first being nobility. So, I think the peasants are just fucked. It's kind of like the in India, the what is the lowest rank of the caste system of there? I think it's called like the touchless, not the touchless, but the unseen, the untouchables. They are pretty much, they were born in that caste and they will forever be that caste no matter what you do. That you just seem subhuman to them. I'm not sure if they still have that caste system in play. I know that was in play for many of years in India. So it's kind of like that. But the peasants, these ones probably weren't treated as bad. Well, you know what? They did a revolution. They killed a lot of the nobility and the king. So I might be misspeaking. I might be talking about my ass here. So let's watch the video and see who's right and who's wrong. I'm probably wrong.
Why? Why what? Why do the nobility get the
Hold on. The portraits in the back of me. That's fucking great. I love those.
rich and stuff? Just because they were born into it? And the rest of us schmucks just have to accept that?
Yeah,
Hell,
pretty much.
Why do we even need a king? Who decided that? It all just seems very...
I'm going to go on a limb and say, in this society, God did? With him being the head of the church. Therefore, the king is the head of the church. Or that might just be England. I'm not sure how French's monarchy ruled if they use that. Because I know with England, with their king, they would have him as the head of the church as well as the head of state. So any acts he did were like acts of God. But I'm not sure if they continued, if French did that.
Very unfair and unequal. And I, for one, am starting...
Please bear in mind, I might be talking completely out of my ass. It's been a long time since I've opened up a history book or looked into any history whatsoever. I enjoy history, but I'm also a working adult who's busy and only has a certain amount of time and likes playing video games and watching anime. So, that's where we're at, okay? Please take any facts I say with a huge grain of salt and correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, please.
Starting to question it. Wow, that's very enlightened of you. And so began the Age of Enlightenment.
Wow, that's very enlightened of you. God.
Great philosophical thinkers across France and beyond began to question whether this beautiful nation was really all that beautiful after...
Why you gotta keep using this photo to show beautiful nation? Why you gotta keep doing this to him, man? That's just mean.
After all, hey, Prince Louis, bad news. Your grandpa died of smallpox this morning, which means good news, you're now the king. So just to sum up, France is in severe financial
party
debt,
time,
and the angry populace are beginning to question how necessary you are. But hey,
not
I believe
party
in you,
time.
champ. You got this. Maybe.
That maybe was really needed. I don't think he has it at all, man. By the way, I love the designs. I love the background of the OverSimplified crew. They do a fantastic job here, especially to explain history and make it funny and actually interesting to watch. Because not all history does that, especially when these were coming out. I was in high school to college age, around there. This came out in 2018, so I was in college when these came out, and they're just great for young, dumb people who don't really want to sit and read a history book because it's kind of boring. These are a great way to present history to the people who want more entertainment value than just learning historical facts value. It's great. I like it. They do a good job.
Oh no! Prince Louis Capet
Oh,
became King
no.
Louis XVI in May 1774. He was a notoriously weak man, and he knew it. He barely had the
Notoriously
wisdom
weak.
to rule a nation, never mind one in crisis.
Oh, France's economy. We're rich, party time. Okay, we just barely hit the line there. And then it started going, we're losing money, still party time. Okay, we're still good. We're still good around here. There's no y-axis, so I don't know the timeline here. We have no money, party to forget it. We don't hit that until around here. Yeah, it's going to be below me. And then heads are going to roll, lol, JK, keep partying. We haven't hit that quite yet. Here, I'm kind of blocking it. We haven't hit that quite yet, as you can see. So France is still good. France is still good.
And he was easily manipulated by those around him. One of his first acts was to try to get revenge on the British by financing their American colony's revolution. Hey, we're an independent nation now. That was real swell of you, Louis.
I mean, that's
couldn't have done it without you.
smart
Glad
play.
I could help. So hey,
Too bad it didn't work out for him.
You. When can we get that back? Yep, you're a great guy. I'll never forget what you've done for us. Real glad I could help, friend. But about that money, gotta go now, chum. Best of luck to you.
That's
Oh no! And now France was
he is a weak man.
in even more debt. France
Yep,
is poor,
see?
suffering
Yep,
under the
heads are
strain
gonna
of
roll.
economic
Heads are gonna
ruin.
roll.
Watched as the nobility continue to live as though nothing was wrong. In particular, they grew
Oh.
increasingly disdainful of the queen, Marie Antoinette, as she continued to spend all of France's money on her
Yeah.
own luxurious lifestyle. In fact,
Oh my God, she had an elephant with a hairdresser on it? Oh, and they put makeup on the elephant? That's pretty cool. That's a fancy ass elephant. They even did the nails. They painted red. Hell yeah. You go,
while the
Marie
peasants were
Antoinette.
breaking their backs in the
Oh,
fields,
shit.
she was
Peasants.
walking around like, hey, my
My hair is a boat. Do you see this?
hair is a boat. I'm not making that up. Her hair really was a boat.
Oh my
And
God,
her
are you
lavish
serious?
spending earned her the nickname Madame Deficit. And speaking of the queen,
Madame
there was also a
Deficit.
long-standing scandal around the fact that the king took a very long time to boink her, and the working classes of Paris began
To boink her?
ridiculing the royal couple with lewd pamphlets depicting the queen as a court thought and the king as a
Oh my God.
wuss, unable to fulfill his marital duty. Respect for the monarchy was
Holy
at an
shit.
all-time low.
God damn. All right. What's this say? Respect for the monarchy. Love and Respect featuring Killer Mike. Okay. We're good. Going down a little bit. Just respect. RESCEPT. That song, correct? That's what it makes me think of. Okay, we're good for a while, and then it starts to dip around here. Right behind me is a little respect. And it's about to hit the show some respect portion. So I think that's going down as well.
As France's finances were spiraling out of control, and the king and his aides really only had one solution to the crisis:
Yeah.
tax the poor.
the fucking portraits, that one again. Just the point.
Tax the poor. We could do a sexy calendar shoot.
Yes.
I mean, tax the poor. And
Oh.
so it was. The
I want
poor,
the sexy
who were
calendar
already
sir.
struggling to
Shoot.
make ends meet, found
Gotta
themselves
see
being
that
taxed
Marie
from
Antoinette
every direction.
legs, man.
Hey, I'm the royal tax collector. Looks like you've yet to pay your income tax, head tax. By the way, how many windows
head
you got in
tax.
that house of yours? 3? Oof.
3.
Yep. There's gonna be a tax for that. Hey, your local
what?
priest here. Have you paid your church tithe yet? Well, at least this one is going to the good work of God. Sure.
Sure.
God. I think this year God wants me to buy a new swimming pool. Hey, private tax collector here.
Oh
and
my
I brought
God.
some goons with me.
Holy shit, that's so bad. You got the official government, then you got the clergy, and then you got private tax collectors? Oh my God, dude.
Just a few quick questions. How much salt did you buy this year? About 7 kilos, I think? Yep. Okay, there's going to be a tax for that. Oh,
There's gonna be
what's
a
that
tax
over
for
there?
that.
And that's extra salt I held over from last year, so I wouldn't
Oh.
have to buy as much this year.
I'm blocking it, but it's a big pile
yeah,
of salt.
There's a tax for that. And what are you doing with all of this salt? Well, obviously cooking. On the table. Yep. And preserving fish and meat. Oh no. Yep. And there's a tax for that. Hey,
I love my country, but fuck taxes.
how old is he?
That's all I
He's
wanted to
9.
say.
And so he's purchased his required amount of salt for this year, right?
Require
What? No,
amount?
he's 9. Uh-oh. Sorry, little Timmy. Looks like I'm gonna have to tax you for that.
They did this bullshit. A required amount of salt that a 9-year-old has to buy. What if he has no money? What the fuck does a required amount mean for salt? What if you don't need any? What bullshit, dude. I hope that's just fake and not like an actual tax that they pulled up. Are you...
Yep. Salty. There's going to be a tax for that.
Oh
And that's
my God.
not all. A huge portion of the peasants' harvest had to be given up. And there was also the labor tax, where peasants were required to work a certain number of days for their local lord without pay. Obviously,
Without pay? Holy shit, you want to get some people angry. You make them work without pay, almost treating them just as slaves. God damn, dude. The only difference between us having a job and slavery at some point is that we get paid for it and we can choose whether or not to work for those people. But if you're required to work for your local lord, you don't have a choice. You have to do that. And then you're not getting paid. It's essentially just slave labor. Man, that's horrible. And they try and sell it off as a labor tax. God.
people weren't too happy with these taxation policies. And the
I wouldn't be either.
Private
I wouldn't
tax
be either.
farmers sometimes even escalated
You got me fighting.
to violence.
I'll fight.
In particular, though,
Send my
the
gang.
people really hated how inconsistent the taxation rules were across the nation, and also the fact that the
Yeah,
first
that would
two
be really
estates
annoying.
often had to pay very little, if any, tax at all. And so, the anger continued to grow. France had a population that was just about ready to explode. What could push them over the edge? How about a touch of natural disaster? A series of harsh summers and winters left the peasants' harvests in ruin.
Oh,
meaning
no.
They had no food or money,
This
and
is
the cost of bread
this is the lighter.
skyrocketed. Of course,
This is-
the upper classes had massive stock.
This is what lights the catter barrel keg of fucking gunpowder that this society is living on. I can't speak apparently. I need to drink some water. But oh my god, man. This is going to be this is what lights the fuse to the revolution is no food, starvation, especially if a higher class has access to all the food, but you don't. Well, there's more of you starving than them not starving, so you can just get a bunch of people together and steal all the bread, man. By the way, this guy is holding a baguette. There's a lot of baguettes and loaves here. It's like Baguette of Thrones over here. I like it.
Stocks of grain and wheat, so they were virtually untouched by this new crisis. But now the poor really were starving, and
Oh, they're
they
looking in through the window.
began to riot. Women,
Barcier, Barbatel, Les Fumes de Nuti. I don't know that. We recycle. We recycle right there. That's funny. That's a funny one.
took to the streets.
Oh, this guy
Bakeries
is-
were raided,
that guy
and
was going
bakers
crazy with the
suspected of
cake.
keeping bread for themselves were sometimes even hanged. Wow, this is really getting out of
Wow.
control. Your Majesty, we need some decisive action. You need to step up and lead us. What will you do? Okay, I've got this.
Absolutely
I know.
nothing.
I'll summon the Estates General, and they'll decide what to do.
I don't think
You
they're going
really
to
are
decide
a
what to
fat,
do.
ill-bred boy. The Estates General was the closest thing France had to a government
Oh my
apart
God.
from the king. It was a purely advisory body and was rarely summoned. In fact, it hadn't been summoned for 175 years prior to this. But with France in a severe crisis, the
It's going lower, guys. It's going lower. I don't even know what's at anymore. I think this is no longer joking. No longer lol, JOK, keep partying. I think it's heads are going to roll.
king felt the time was right
Heads
to call on
will
the government to
roll.
help. The Estates General was made up of representatives from the three estates, that is, the clergy, the nobility, and everybody else. Okay, thanks for coming, everyone. The first order of business is regarding the clergy and nobility. You all get brand new Porsches. You get a Porsche, and you get a Porsche, and you
Damn.
get a Porsche. Everybody gets a Porsche.
That's dope. That's dope. They
And
go
now into the
all get
second order of
Porsches.
business. France is completely out of money. Like,
Porsches, man.
it's
They're great.
never been this bad before.
Well, hold up. You just gave us all Porsches, man. What do you mean? Obviously, I'd be a nobility. I would be. I'm just better than everybody. But goddamn, dude. Your country's running out of money and you give them a bunch of Porsches. You're fucked. You're fucked.
Anyone got any ideas? How about we all get Lamborghinis next time?
Yeah,
The
that's
king
great.
decided that in
That's
order
great.
to make a decision,
great
they
idea.
had to come up with a voting system. Okay, the clergy. You have a population of 130,000, so you'll get 1 vote. The nobility. You have a population of 350,000, so you'll also get 1 vote. And the third estate. You have a population of 27 million people and make up 98% of the population. Very impressive. You'll get 1 vote. The third estate were obviously pretty unhappy with this system because they kept
that
on
was a
finding
bad choice.
that
Very
this
bad
would
choice.
happen. We propose to raise taxes on the third estate. All in favor? All opposed? 2 to 1. Taxes will be raised on the third estate. We propose a motion that says the first 2 estates are a bunch of poo-poo heads. All in favor? All opposed? 2 to 1. It's official. We are not poo-poo heads.
Oh my god. But that shows just how fucked up the situation was, that they really thought that was a good idea. I'm sure they're like very much simplifying it to just 1 votes and all that, but it illustrates such a good example of what it was like in France right before the revolution really started to go, how it's all been set up and what led to these actions that the people unfortunately took with so much killing, that they felt it was the only way to be free, to be able to actually live a life worth living. Damn. But hey, the first 2 estates are not poo-poo heads.
The third estate realized that any attempt at reform would be outvoted by the 2 upper estates. And they thought that was kind of lame. So they decided that since they were 98% of the population, they could go off to form their own government, make their own laws, and take over the running of the country. And so, the National Assembly was born. The third estate was now in control, and there was nothing the king could do to stop. Ha! I've locked you all out of your building. What are you going to do about it? We'll probably go find a different building that isn't locked. Oh, no. The National Assembly did find another unlocked building just down the road.
I love how they present him as just a complete idiot. Like, I thought that was really going to work. But it shows the incompetency of the king so well. So well. Good job, guys.
An indoor tennis court. Where on the 20th of June, 1789, they all took the tennis court oath, pledging to continue meeting until the king finally gave in to their demands for more equality and economic reform. This new National Assembly included many of the most educated members of the Third Estate, including 2 young lawyers by the names of Maximilien Robespierre and Georges Danton. Some members of the first 2 estates even joined their cause. Some of these men formed a radical new political party called the Jackin Club and quickly became leading figures. While many members of the Third Estate
what did that little text say?
Political party called the Jacobin Club and quickly became leading figures.
Actually joined a bit later. Yeah, okay.
While many members
makes sense. What's going on here? The Jacobin Club, no girls allowed. I love that. I love the little statue here of the guy. I heart Raspier Tihi, Robespierre, Jacobin's rule, and then it's rad to be radical, son. That's fantastic.
The Third Estate simply wanted more equality. A growing number in this Jacobin faction would begin calling for something even crazier, the removal of the king entirely. And this is where fear began to take hold. With such a
you know it's a big issue when there's a big red background with white text just saying fear. You know it's a very big issue.
Volatile situation developing, everyone was afraid of something. The king feared his position was under threat, and he called in the military to take position around Paris. The Third Estate heard rumors of gathering military force, and they feared the king was planning to round them up and arrest them. Maybe he'd even execute them. It also didn't help that the king had just dismissed France's popular finance minister, who had been trying to make reforms himself. It seemed the king was done negotiating. Fear, left unchecked, often boils over into anger. And anger detonates with violence. The angry people of Paris.
That sounds about right to me.
Of cruel inequality, harsh oppression, even starvation, fearful of having their
chocolat. I'm assuming that's actually how it is pronounced in French. It's just chocolat.
Their new movement for reform,
even if it is a joke, I am taking it as truth.
Decided that it was now or never to take action. Screw reform. They decided they'd do one better. How about revolution? The people of Paris, believing the French military was preparing to attack, decided they should arm themselves. The National Assembly announced the creation of a they should arm themselves.
Oh my god, that's amazing. That is fucking fantastic. Oh my god. Notre Dame is armed, guys. Watch out.
The National Assembly announced the creation of a bourgeois militia, the National Guard, and immediately many troops from the French military defected over to the revolutionary side.
Really?
In the early hours of July 14th, 17...
When your military members start defecting like that, you know there is a big issue with your government. Because the military, for the most part, is supposed to be, at least in the U.S., is supposed to be impartial to whoever's in charge of the country. The military is there for the people itself. Now, for the French Revolution, if they're turning against the king, that means the king's not providing a life worthy of them protecting, right? Wow. That's bad. That is really bad. Really bad.
1989, a large crowd stormed and raided the Hôtel des Invalides, a military hospital where they were able to secure a large number of rifles. The bad news was they weren't able to find any gunpowder for their new weapons. The good news was they knew exactly where to get some. A prison fortress and a symbol of royal tyranny towering over Paris, the Bastille. Mid-morning, the crowd...
The Bastille. Hey, this is in Assassin's Creed Unity. When you break out of prison, it's in the Bastille. This is the day that you break out of the Bastille in Assassin's Creed Unity. Makes me kind of want to play that game again, but I don't remember it being that good, personally. I wasn't that into it, but hey.
The crowd gathered around the Bastille and demanded that the man in charge, Governor Delaunay, surrender the prison and...
I'm sorry, but that's a face only a mother could love. God damn.
Hand over the gunpowder. Obviously, Governor Delaunay was like, no way. So he stalled for time by inviting a few members of the crowd in for negotiations. The crowd, fellas. Still waiting outside, quickly became impatient, and before long, they stormed the fortress, taking on the French troops inside. Your Majesty, we've received word that the people have surrounded the Bastille. Governor Delaunay will hold them off. No need to worry. Actually, Your Majesty, it appears the crowd is now headed away from the Bastille. You see? What did I tell you? Clearly, Governor Delaunay has defeated them and has them on the run. No need to worry.
No, they're
Your
not.
Majesty, isn't that Governor Delaunay's head on a pike?
Holy shit. I forgot all about this. Oh my god. His head's just on a fucking pike. Oh my god.
Well, clearly, Governor Delaunay has taken on the form of a bodiless pike-head deity, and the people are so enamored with him, they're parading him around the city. No need to worry at all.
Why are you in a Lamborghini?
When the National Assembly heard about the violence that had taken place, they had two options. Either one, they denounce it and try to carry on the revolution using peaceful means, or two, they say, damn, you stuck his head on a pike? That's pretty hardcore. And we love it. Incidentally,
I think they went with
option number two. Some historians believe this reaction paved the way for the utter violence and bloodshed that would become the legacy of the French Revolution.
I honestly, you can see it in some TV shows. They put head on pikes, like Game of Thrones had that. I don't know. Seeing a head on a pike, I feel like is so out of touch with most of the modern world, with the first world countries, that I can barely understand like how gruesome that is or how weird that is, right? I thankfully personally have never had to see a dead body, right? But just thinking about the fact, like if you've never seen a dead body, how are you supposed to know or feel about that? And I'm just like, I don't know how I would react to seeing someone's head on a pike, let alone a dead body. So just seeing this type of image and these people who are willing to, hey, kill these guys, decapitate them, and stick their head on a pike shows just how upset and angry they are with the whole system. This is how revolution is. There is no point in keeping the system, burn it all down to the ground, we are done. God damn, man.
This widespread acceptance of violence during the revolution is also largely credited to the writings of a certain Jean-Paul Marat, a man of
he looks like a
science
psychopath.
with a horrible skin condition that kept him confined to a bathtub. He began writing a radical newspaper he affectionately named The Friend of the People.
Life is a beach. That's great. And then he's got lavender candles and incense.
Citizens of France, be very afraid. Given the chance, the king and the nobility...
Well, here's the thing. Is the dude stuck in a bathtub his whole life because of his skin condition? I mean, any sane person would eventually go insane if they have to live in a fucking bathtub.
Won't hesitate to massacre us all. The solution is simple. Execute them. Kill every last one of them. Cut off 1,000 heads. And if
his
that's
eyes
not
are
enough,
getting worse.
cut off 1,000 more.
There's a rubber ducky?
Hey, Mr. Squeaky. What are you doing down there?
Oh, that calmed him
You're
down.
so
That's good.
Cute. Oh, I love you too, Mr. Squeaky. Mwah. Now, where was I? Oh, yeah. Kill them all. It became one of the most popular publications in Paris during the Revolution and succeeded in spreading ever-increasing fear and anger among the people. In August, leaders of the National Assembly,
the
with
guy's
help from
mouth.
certain Thomas Jefferson,
duck lips.
adopted the Declaration of the Rights of Man and
Hey,
of the
Thomas
Citizen,
Jefferson.
an incredible document that guaranteed liberty and equal rights to all men. And when I
Yeah?
say men, I mean men. Despite its glaring shortcomings in gender...
I'm going to get a lot of hate for this, but fuck them women. Only men. No. We fixed it. We fixed it, at least in the U.S. We added you guys in. We added women's suffrage. You guys get rights too now. You're all good. You're all good. I feel like I'm going to get a lot of hate for that one. Just saying F women. Oh, just wait. This video is going to be blocked on YouTube. Just be like, yeah, this is hate. This has been blocked for clearly misogynistic views from a guy, from a cis white straight guy. Clearly horrible.
equality. The massively influential declaration would go on to inspire the struggle for liberty and equality across the planet for centuries. However, back in France, the vast majority of the
Starving
people weren't
but
really
smart.
so concerned with enlightened ideas of equality as much as they were concerned with the fact that they were still starving. Bread was still expensive
my
as hell
God, the frog
and hard
again.
to come by. The people
No bread
thought
today,
that one
baby.
reason nothing had been done yet about the crisis was because the king simply couldn't see the problem. He lived in Versailles, a full 20 kilometers southwest of Paris, and as a result, lived in comfort, separated from his dirty, stinking subjects. On October 5th, a crowd of women, 7,000 strong, decided they'd do something unprecedented.
Yeah, women. Go women, go women. Is that making it better? We got the chocolate again. Go women. You can't see my arm, but I'm pumping it in the air. For the women, gather, yeah.
They decided they'd remove that separation and confront the king directly. The women
Really?
marched all the way to the king's palace in Versailles.
Really?
Along the way, the crowd continued to grow into the tens of thousands. And when they
Oh my
arrived,
God.
they demanded an audience with the king. What are those things outside the palace?
She's got a fucking bird in her head, a parakeet. God damn.
They're poor people, your majesty. That's
poor
poor
people.
people? They say they're hungry. Hungry? Then let them eat cake. Wow.
Then let
See,
them eat
this is
cake.
the exact BS that led to this whole mess in the first place. You're so out of touch. They're writhing around in the filth, breaking their back to barely scrape by, and they come to you demanding just the basic ability to feed themselves, and you think a slice of cake will sort them out?
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
then let them eat Taco Bell Crunchwrap Supreme.
I agree. Let them eat Taco Bell, where their meat is only 80% meat.
Wow. They're not that desperate. Members
Hey,
of the crowd
now.
actually managed.
Hey now, I like myself some good Taco Bell for once in a while. Is it healthy? No. Is it necessarily tasty? No. But I'm gonna tell you right now, a beef cheese burrito at 2 in the morning hits like no other, man. That is some of the best food you can get at 2 o'clock in the morning. Is a beef and cheese burrito from Taco Bell.
Managed to break into the palace with the intention of killing the queen, who narrowly escaped through a secret passage in her bedroom.
Secret
the enraged
passage
mob
with a
killed
big
several
sign.
members of the royal guard
Oh my
and
God.
raised their heads on pikes, which if you haven't
By the way, this is all the women is doing. You go girls. I see you. I see how strong you are. You lift up that man from this angle. That's some fucking strength right there in those arms. You go girls. Please don't cancel me. Women, love you.
noticed yet is something they were quite fond of doing. The king had no choice but to come out and talk to the crowd. He agreed to accept his new position, sharing power with the revolutionary government, and to return to Paris with the crowd, removing the separation between king and subject. King Louis had a problem with
The
people
first
constantly
thing
raiding
he
his
did
palace.
with his spine.
But one thing he didn't have a problem was
The first thing he ever did showing he actually had a spine. Damn.
people raiding his computer, because he used NordVPN. If, like me, you
Hey,
don't like hackers
it's an
stealing your
ad
data,
spot.
password, bank deets, and girlfriend, then you need
You
to
get
check
that
out
ad money.
NordVPN. With over
You get that
5,000
ad
servers
money,
in 60
money
countries, it allows you
oversimplified.
to surf the net
You
anonymously
deserve
and
it,
safely
bro.
with no personal data
Look at
logging.
this. This is
It's
great.
super easy to use. You can take a trip to a
Yeah,
server
it
in
is.
Japan
I
with
don't-
just
I
a
don't
click
use
of a
VPNs,
button.
but
And
yeah,
while
it
you're there,
is.
why not check out some sweet Japanese Netflix?
Dude,
Or
it's
maybe you want to
Goku.
watch a certain OverSimplified video that for some reason has been blocked in your country. Well, with NordVPN,
yeah,
you
we should.
can. NordVPN gives you access to
This is
super
such a
fast
happy
servers
smile.
and much more. And if you're not happy with it, it comes with a 30-day money-back guarantee. Get NordVPN
Absolutely.
now by
I'm
clicking the
surprised
links
this
below.
this ad spot is so late in the video.
NordVPN.com/oversimplified and get an amazing 75% off. That's only $2.99 per
Yeah,
month
dude.
with an additional month free.
That seems
for
like a good
limited
deal
time.
from 5
and
years
you'll
ago.
also be helping to support my channel. So again, that's NordVPN.com/oversimplified.
I wonder if he still has the sponsorship. Oh, part 2. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that is it for me on this reaction video because we're already at almost 40 minutes long. Holy cow. So, this is fantastic. I cannot wait to watch the second part to the French Revolutionary War and then possibly go watch the Napoleonic Wars with Napoleon. That's going to be really good. It's going to be really fun. I can just feel it in my bones. But anyways, thank you for watching the video. If you liked it, make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe so we can hit 1,000 subscribers before the end of the year. Anyways, everybody, love y'all. Have a great night. I'll see you next time.